Well, I think you're just trying to set a foundation for what the work ethic has to be and what the demands are going to be. Getting to know the kids and their names, you know, as you're doing your testing here early on, trying to give them a baseline for what they're going to do the rest of the summer, you get a chance to learn who they are and obviously what they've done to this point. But I think through and through, you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants a little bit. You just go in there and work and let them know you mean business. I think the kids doing some of the things we've done recently, I think that they, big question marks over their head. Do I really want to put myself through all this? But I think on some fronts it'll be worth it for them. I'm a family guy. My wife and my two sons are extremely important to me. And I think everything that we're going to do is going to involve the idea of a family atmosphere. I want our parents to feel like that they have a role too in their son or their daughters in this case. I want them to feel like that they have a valued role in what they're doing in the experience as a high school football player. But more than anything, I want the sense of community. I want the sense of family to resonate amongst everybody, where they all feel like that we're all in this together and we're all trying to make Warhill great. Well, I think everything you get is from your dad initially. You know, as a son of a football coach, you can't help but through osmosis. You know, X's and O's were on my crib growing up. I didn't have a choice. Every Saturday was all about college football. So yeah, I learned a lot as a ball boy. I learned a lot as an assistant football coach, as a player. I learned a lot. But I think through your life, you go ahead and find your own identity. And when I had my first child, when I had Parker, something switched in my head and said, hey, these kids that I'm coaching are no different than what my son is to me, and the things that I would want my son to have or not be exposed to, I want to make sure that they resonate in our program. I have family that my father grew up down here in southeastern Virginia, so my experiences in Suffolk and Virginia Beach and Portsmouth have been kind of where we grew up a little bit. Northeastern North Carolina is where the rest of my family's from, so we've always been in this area. Williamsburg is one of those special places, though. It's one of those that you can imagine your family's always going to be happy. Even in bad times, you can imagine there's something to do here. It's nice in a lot of areas aesthetically, that you feel like that you're doing right by your family by being here. To say that I know the whole area, no, I'd be naive to say that. I have a lot to learn. And hopefully when my family finally gets up here and we're all together, we'll get invested in the community and figure out what's good for everybody.